Which Buddha he passed away.
Namaste, good morning everyone. Now we are delighted to here welcome His Excellency. Would work together. So we are very much delighted to welcome His Excellency UN Secretary General as the Buddha's birthplace. State Minister for Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation, members of Sanghas, government officials, mayors, Lumbini Development Trust officials, UN diplomats, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we gather in this most sacred place, Lumbini, the birthplace of Lord Buddha and the fountain of Buddhism and world peace. The International Lumbini Development Committee needs to revitalize through the active participation of all the member states of the committee to contribute to safeguarding our Buddhist heritage and ensure sustainable development of the greater Lumbini area. The local communities need to become partners in the effort to safeguard heritage. The community living near the heritage site must be able to profit.
Welcome Secretary General Antonio Guterres to Lumbini, the birthplace of the Lord Buddha and fountain of the world peace and Buddhism. His Excellency's presence underscores our commitment to peace, unity, and heritage preservation. Lumbini stands as testaments enduring value of compassion, understanding, and harmony. We also wish to acknowledge the visit of the former UN Secretary General U Thant 1967, Kurt Waldheim's 1981, Heber Prince de Klerk's 1989, and Ban Ki-moon's 2008 to Lumbini, whose names we respectfully recall on this moment's occasions. Your Excellency, you are the 6th UN Secretary General to visit Lumbini, and we honor your presence in this sacred lands. The pilgrimage of the then Secretary General of the United Nations, the late U Thant, to Lumbini in 1967 becomes landmark in the history of the physical development of Lumbini. U Thant, a devout Buddhist from Myanmar, believes Lumbini should be peace where religious and secular leaders could work together to create a world free from hunger.
BC to 400 CE was included in the tentative list of World Heritage in 1996. And since then, further research activity have been carried out to prepare a better understanding of the archaeological site. With assistance from the UNESCO Japanese Funding Trust Project, the government of Nepal has identified the World Heritage nomination of this site as a...
Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor for me to be here in Lumbini, a site of spirituality, serenity, and peace. And I'm deeply moved to have been invited to be here and to pay tribute to Lord Buddha. This is a place to reflect on the teachings of Lord Buddha and to consider what his message of peace, interdependence, and compassion means in today's troubled world. Humanity is at war with nature and at war with itself. In the Middle East, Ukraine, the Sahel, Sudan, and many other places around the world, conflict is raging. Global rules and institutions are being undermined as human rights and international law are trampled. Ordinary people, children, women, and men pay the highest price in appalling loss of life and human suffering. A record number of people have fled their homes to escape violence, conflict, and persecution. Poverty and inequality are rife. And the impacts of the climate crisis are mounting, with floods, fires, and droughts taking lives and destroying livelihoods around the world, including here in Nepal, as I could witness in my 2 visits today and yesterday. In these troubled times, my message to the world from the tranquil gardens of Lumbini is simple. Humanity has a choice. The path to peace is ours to take. It is not always an easy one. Challenges may look unsurmountable. Problems may feel overwhelming. But guided by Lord Buddha's timeless example, I believe it is a vision we can make real through action. Action to protect the rights and dignity of all. Action to heal, bridge divides, and build trust and understanding. Action to make the Sustainable Development Goals a reality, especially for the benefit of the most vulnerable. And action to end the assault on our planet by rapidly reducing emissions of greenhouse gases and restoring biodiversity. Across the ages, Lord Buddha's message of compassion, non-violence, and interdependence calls to us all and inspires us all, reminding us of our common humanity and the connectedness of all things. Dear friends, peace is more than a noble vision. It is a rallying cry, and it is an appeal I make today. From these sacred gardens, I call on the world to act now for peace. And I thank you.
Thank you, His Excellency. We are delighted to receive this message, especially for the current world. Now, may I request Right Honorable Prime Minister of Nepal, Mr. Pushpakamal Dahal Prachanda.
Your Excellency, the Secretary General of the United Nations, Honorable Ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and namaste to everybody. The land where we are standing now, the birthplace of Lord Buddha, is not merely a sacred place of pilgrimage for Buddhists, but a center of peace and harmony that continues to inspire and guide humanity at large on the basis of eternal and enlightened teaching of Buddha. Mr. Secretary General, your visit to Lumbini bears a special significance. It is not only a continuum of successive visit by the Secretary General of the United Nations. Rather, it represents your thoughtful step in consolidating the symbiotic relationship that exists between the core values of peace, harmony, and understanding that this sacred place stands for and the Charter of the United Nations that seeks to protect and promote the same values globally. I therefore express my deep appreciation to you, Mr. Secretary General, for your visit to this historic place of global significance. The United Nations has long been associated with the development of Lumbini. It started with the UNDP Commission Master Plan by a Japanese architect, Kenjo Tange, in 1972. Since then, the UN has played an important role in developing Lumbini into a major center of pilgrimage and tourism, promoting peace and harmony. In 1997, the United Nations declared Lumbini a World Heritage Site, recognizing its historical and cultural significance on the global stage. Pursuit of peace has always been humanity's highest aspiration. As a leader who has led the decisive struggle for change and transformation of the country, and as one of the key players who successfully led the process to transform armed conflict into a peace process, I understand the value of peace and the cost of conflict. Nepali people have demonstrated exemplary resilience in pursuit of peace. The homegrown, nationally owned and led peace process has successfully transitioned the country to a state of stability and peace. We believe that our peace process could be a good example for countries and societies facing similar situations. We will be more than happy to contribute to building a global knowledge base of conflict management by sharing our experiences of uniquely successful peace process. What we have learned is that peace founded on inclusion, empowerment, economic prosperity and justice stands a better chance to last longer. Currently, we are engaged in concluding the remaining task of the peace process, the transitional justice system. Our ultimate aim is to ensure lasting peace and harmony in the country. This objective will continue guiding our all efforts toward completing this task. We count on international community's goodwill and understanding in this regard. Peace, harmony, and compassion are the innate attributes that we have inherited from Buddha, the apostle of peace and the enlightened son of Nepal. Unity in diversity is our strength, and harmony and coexistence make essential ingredients of our culture. We believe in Bhavatu Sarva Mangalam. May all be blessed with auspicious and Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is a family. The principle of Panchashil, non-alignment, the UN Charter, international law and values of world peace continue to guide Nepal's foreign policy. Amity, cordiality and fraternity are the underlying ethos of our international engagement. We remain steadfast in our commitment to multilateralism with the United Nations at its center. Based on our strong commitment to multilateralism, we call for building trust, promoting partnership and collaboration, and working in solidarity to overcome the challenge of unprecedented scale and nature that the world faces, as Secretary General right now mentioned about it, geopolitical tension. We extend our support to you, Mr. Secretary General, in strengthening multilateralism and fulfilling your mandates. Our long-standing participation in and substantial contribution to the United Nations peace operation eloquently manifests our innate desire to promote global peace and security. Mr. Secretary General, from Lumbini, you will bring the message of peace, harmony and understanding to the international community. Your commitment to promote the values propounded by Buddha will be deeply admired. Equally, we admire your commitment to draw global attention to the impact of climate change in the life of people living in the mountain areas. During your visit to Khumbu region, that means to Mount Everest region yesterday, and to the Annapurna base camp this morning, you have got the opportunity to closely watch how the climate change has badly affected the life and livelihood of our people. We are bearing the brunt of climate change, though our share in emission generation is almost nil. Before I conclude, let me appeal for the following. We must let the peace prevail all over the world.